Yes, we are having a great time here at the ESL Arena at Gamescom. Thanks to everybody who's joined us for this. Thanks to you for watching as well. It is time then, ELSWORD's ESL Legends Final. It's been a great big online tournament. We've had 64 players in each of 6 different countries taking part. And now the top 4 have made it all the way here to Cologne's play in this final now. It's going to have some great ELSWORD action. We're going to be seeing 2 semi-finals followed by a final. It's all going to be best of 5s and it's all going to be a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with ELSWORD, you're going to love what we're going to show to you now. And I know our audience here at the ESL Arena, we love ELSWORD, don't we? Right. Let's get this action underway. We have these top 4 players. They are playing for a €2,500 prize as well to the winner. Let's start off by meeting the players for our first semi-final. Please welcome DKAY! And his opponent in this best of 5 semi-final, Ziana! DK versus Ziana in our first best of 5 semi-final. Good luck to you both. Please take your places. Yes. Finally, let's get these finals underway. So best of 5, semi-final. And to take you through all of the action, let's take our first visit to our caster's desk, where we have Joe and John.
Thank you very much, Matt. We are here on the caster desk and we are ready to sink our teeth into some ELSWORD action. My name is Munchables and joining me is John. And I believe this is one of your first actual kind of events behind the desk. You're usually up on the stage.
Yeah, actually I'm in front of the camera too, but like not behind the camera, like casting a game.
Do you feel like kind of behind bars, almost behind the big desk?
Yeah, it almost, I mean, like it feels like home when I'm playing, but like more professional. This setting is way more professional.
Yeah, different kind of setup completely, but enough about us. Let's sink our teeth into these players, because the first game of the day is going to be DK versus Ziana, and this is our first semi-final. It's going to be a best of 5 between these 2 teams. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about what kind of heroes these guys are going to be playing?
What I've heard so far is DK is going to play like the Blade Master, the character Raven, and Ziana is playing Rena as a Grand Archer. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to this.
Yeah, and they're kind of different playstyles, really. Those 2 characters are, from my understanding of it, are pretty dramatically different characters.
I mean, like as you have like in a lot of beat 'em up games, you have like those melee ranged characters, right? And the ranged characters. So Rena is like the bow type. Yeah, bow type character. So we'll see a lot of ranged.
Yeah, it's kind of like Archer versus Swordsman almost. It's the age-old battle. It's Legolas versus Aragorn, if you will. But we'll see who's going to be able to best their opponent on this one. And I was talking to the players beforehand as well, and you know, most of them actually feeling fairly comfortable coming in here, which, you know, coming onto the stage for the first time, it's not necessarily something you would expect them to be, you know, just confident, no fear whatsoever. But these players seem fairly comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, like it might have something to do with like sitting like in front of a PC and, you know, like going into the game. I think you'll forget the surroundings pretty fast.
You kind of just zone into the game and forget what's going on around you. But certainly the crowd aren't going to forget what's going on, because we're ready to jump into some ELSWORD action. This is going to be the first semi-final of the day, and then later on today we're going to see Weinberg versus Kimidori as well. And then the winner of both of our semi-finals will collide in our best of 5 grand final, and the winner will take €2,500 home with them. So it is all to play for these guys. And let's remember, this prize pool is not shared like most tournaments. This is a winner-takes-all prize pool. So a lot on the line right now. But we'll have to see, as we're just going to get, I believe they're on a practice server right now. We'll just try and make sure we're all on the same page. as they're getting ready. But yeah, so what are we expecting to see out of these two players? What kind of play styles do we expect? Are we going to see kind of a very defensive style from Grand Archer trying to kite around the Blade Master?
Yeah, I think like as far as I've known the game so far, they, I mean like this game is like so based on combos. So you have to actually get into the melee range, and although I said like we have an archer, like a ranged character, yeah, as you can see now, like they have to use like they have to come like kind of like close range to get their combos.
You kind of want to do some of the max range, but also you want to get in there as well. But fight already well and truly underway here as both players taking a significant amount of damage and neither really getting a huge advantage at this early stage. A good little combo there just to try and push the opponent back a little bit. Ziana, a slight lead right now, but it is just that, a slight lead between these two players. And now the combo kicking off, a good chunk of damage going down. He's going to try and continue this one. So there we go, over half HP, and he's got him locked against the wall, continuing to smash on forward onto Ziana, and this is looking like DK is in a fantastic spot here. Oh, beautiful little play. Almost got the reversal. Is going to be able to take that first kill onto DK. So what do you think about that first little duel then? What kind of went wrong there for DK? Oh, what went wrong, sorry, for Ziana?
So I think like as I've
as a Grand Archer.
Yeah, it's kind of like hard to tell. So because both players were so fast, but I think like in the end, she like the Ziana, he didn't have the chance like to get out of the combos quite easily. So I thought like he would use more the there's what is it called again? Like the mana break, where you can break out of combos, like in a situation like this, because you saw him like getting into the corner, right? And then like DK could bash on him.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and that's pretty much exactly what happened as soon as they managed to get them into that corner. It was just absolute destruction from DK. Managed to pretty much wipe out Ziana in almost one combo, but we'll see if we're going to have a similar thing throughout this best of 5. And let's remember, this is a best of 5 in our semi-final, so we'll see whether or not Ziana can get back into the series a little bit here, because DK 1-0 up right now, and fairly convincing win there. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens throughout the rest of this series. But I think we're just having a couple of little fixes going on stage, making sure everything's A-OK for the players. But I think they're into the correct server now, so should be able to get this series well and truly underway. As we have the referees just standing by, making sure everything is A-OK. But yeah, so I believe both players are ready to go. So we should be able to start the game and get this one underway as we head deeper into this first semi-final. Here we go. It is going to be Ziana up against DK, and we'll see who's going to be able to take this series. And interesting map, this one. You can obviously teleport between the two kind of versions of the map. There's a little bit of a horizontal axis to go with as well, but Ziana already off to a tricky start here as DK managing to chain up a pretty nice combo.
okay, I mean, it almost looks like the same like the warm-up game we've seen.
Yeah, unfortunately, not quite able to land that. I mean, last time we saw that land onto Ziana as well, and that was a huge steal for them. But DK not giving Ziana a chance to breathe right now, not even letting up for just a second. Ziana already incredibly low. Does actually fall back into that skill. I thought he managed to dodge it, but in fact does get caught out in the end. And he's about one hit away from defeat on this one. This is bad news, but nice little combo to try and get himself back in. And now he's basically just got to play tiptoes right now. He's got to dodge everything.
It's hit and run also. The only thing you can do at this stage, actually. But
yeah, just try and like get a poke in and then escape again. It's going to be tricky.
so first match goes to DKAY.
Yeah, I think that is the first one down. There we go.
Yeah,
So
went pretty fast, man.
yeah, that was DKAY. I'm not sure whether that first match was a practice match or whether that was counted as well. According to the overlay, I think the first one we saw was actually one as well. So I think that's 2 in a row now for DKAY. So DKAY actually well on his way to taking this first best of 5 already. These have been incredibly quick games, and DKAY, honestly, barely dropping combos at this stage.
Yeah, as I said, like I mean, like for me, it felt like the I was looking like at the same game like as in the warm-up game, you know, like seeing the same combos, like
managing to land those same moves. And I think as well there was that moment during that second match where I thought for a second Zayana, who I think he was on like a quarter of his HP at the time, and I thought he'd managed to jump out of the combo, but then he fell right back into it just as DKAY was kind of unleashing the damage, and he was just doing terrifying things. But we're going to be able to get this next lobby up and running and be able to get these guys in for the next game. But yeah, so honestly right now it's looking pretty scary for Zayana. He's 2-0 down in this series, and we're looking to try and get this game underway. We're just waiting for the players to jump on into the lobby, and then we'll be able to continue with the series. And I'm curious as to whether Zayana will actually be able to kind of pull himself back into this series, or whether he's going to fall behind here. DKAY already 2-0 up, but
okay,
they're going to be joining the lobby now, and we'll be able to get this game rocking and rolling. And we'll see how this one is going to pan out. Definitely a tricky one though for Zayana. I mean, what would you do right now if you were kind of from the perspective of Zayana? How do you pull yourself back into a series like this?
So I mean, like as we said before, and the only thing about or the one thing you know about like Arena is like she should have arranged advantage.
Yeah.
And I think he has to try to use it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to try and keep that distance. But we are going to be jumping into the game for our third match of this best of 5 between DKAY and Zayana. And we'll have to see who's going to be able to take this one. Zayana, obviously, on that Grand Archer up against DKAY on the Blade Master. And here we go. As we've already said, DKAY 2-0 up in this series. And we'll see if Zayana is going to be able to do anything about that. So Zayana looking to try and actually keep distance this time, doing a good job of staying at arm's length from DKAY. But, you know, DKAY already on that hot streak, already 2-0 up. Zayana kind of has to be a little bit nervous in this game, needs to be a little bit scared, because you do not want to let DKAY run away with this one. And here we go, Zayana starting off the combo well, but it does actually get turned around back onto him, and it's going to be DKAY that's really dishing out this damage. Already a quarter of Zayana's health gone. There we go, Zayana can't quite get out of this combo just yet. More and more damage coming on in, and Zayana down below half HP already, and now pinned against the wall.
She's back in the corner again. And I think Zayana has like problems with starting her combos, but she has to like at one point.
Yeah, needs to maybe find like a better opportunity to be able to actually fight this, but a whole bunch of damage coming on through. Zayana finally starting to chain a few moves together. See if we can turn this into anything. But again, I mean, just look at the health bar difference, right? Zayana so far behind already at this stage. It's 2-0 in this series. DKAY looking to just pretty much finish things off, but is getting bullied a little bit. Zayana, if he can just keep this up, kind of just kiting around, shooting those arrows, maybe he's still in this. So what do you think, what is it that DKAY has to do to try and catch up to Zayana right now and actually finish this series off?
Yeah, I mean, like I think mostly he only has to like wait for Zayana to come in, get her combo started, because she misses a lot of her range attacks right now.
Zayana actually getting a really good combo off there and start to even things up, but I'm not sure if DKAY's having it. He's managed to get back on top of things, trying to get some damage down, but it is in fact Zayana. He's turned it around back onto its head, and DKAY incredibly low as well. This is an incredibly even series, and actually Zayana might just be able to pull things back. Full combo unleashed right now, and it is going to be DKAY going down in this one. Another KO. It's 2-1 to DKAY, but Zayana is back in the series. There we go, you can see DKAY's face right there. He's a little bit miffed by what just happened, I think. And, we'll see, I mean, Zayana, you can see kind of the thought on his face. He's not 100% sure kind of where to go from there, what to do with this one. You know, managed to get back in the series. It felt like the first couple of games, he was almost just trying to get the feel of things. But finally managed to get some combos together, and we'll see if he can kind of get that happening another time as we're going to head into the fourth game of this series between Zayana and DKAY. Obviously DKAY up in this series right now and going to be looking to try and turn that into more as we are into the game. Zayana obviously won that last game, but can he turn this into more? Can he keep these combos coming? And looks like it's a good start so far.
So, yeah, what I think, like, the difference between, like, the first game and the second game was, like, Rina could, like, you know, like, she could make use of her skills better, like her special moves.
Yeah.
By waiting for and filling up her mana gauge, you know?
Yeah.
And,
yeah, it definitely felt like in that third game, just being able to kite for a while, being able to avoid the fight for a little bit helped a lot in the grand scheme of things. And looks like DKAY has managed to get onto Zayana a bit there, but not really getting any damage that's really going to stick. Not anything too substantial just yet. Well, decent combo coming out here from DKAY. And Zayana down to half HP. This is the point where Zayana starts to have to really play this one safe and starts to get a little bit nervous, as that is a whole heap of damage coming on down, and you're going to really start to see these trades coming on through. But Zayana getting incredibly low. Let's remember, this is the fight for the final right now, and if Zayana goes down, it will be the series going the way of DKAY. He's incredibly low, and I don't think he's going to get away with this one. Zayana drops, and that means this series is going to go the way to DKAY. 3-1 is the final score. So what do you think about that series? What was it that kind of gave DKAY such an advantage and made it so he was able to just take that series?
yeah, I think, like, as I said before, like, Zayana couldn't really get his combos off.
Yeah.
Like, even though he has like the range, it seemed like he couldn't like really utilize it to his advantage.
Yeah,
so
it felt a lot like DKAY was able to just take control of the pace of the game a lot of the time, and he was just constantly bringing pressure to Zayana to the point where, you know, Zayana just doesn't seem to be able to get away with it. But you can see no hard feelings from either of these players, and DKAY going to be very happy with that victory in the end. But that means we have our first grand finalist locked in. It is going to be DKAY moving on into the grand final, and in a few minutes time we will find out who he's going to be up against us. We're going to move into our second semi-final, but I believe before that happens we're going to try and organize a bit of an interview with our winners, see how they're feeling off the back of that one. But I think something interesting about this tournament, about the fact that we're here at the ELSWORD ESL Legends here at Gamescom 2016, is the fact that actually we've kind of got just two variations of two characters here out of the 4 players. But we'll talk more about that in a bit, because we've got an interview with DKAY, our champion of the first semi-final.
Thanks very much, Joe. And John, yes, DKAY congratulations, you're through to the final of the ELSWORD ESL Legends. I know you want to say some things to some of the people who might be watching you, who are familiar with you from Spain. Let me first ask you, was there ever a time in that match when you were worried you were going to lose it?
No, estuve pensando solamente en pillar a mi oponente y no ser pillado. Creo que es importante concentrarse en el rival y no pensar que puedes perder. Si no, entonces te pones nervioso y es cuando puedes perder.
And you're playing against, you know, a good ranged character there that Ziana had. Did you, that second game when you lost it, there were a lot of ranged attacks coming your way. Third game, sorry. Was your tactic always to get in close and fight up close?
Pues no usar tanto la caída del Blade Master, sino más bien acercarme con la Z por arriba y con alguna que otra skill acompañada, porque tirarme en picado podría ser un poco riesgoso a la hora de recibir las flechas. Es acercarse con cuidado y usar alguna que otra habilidad para pillarla.
Okay, congratulations, you're through to our final. We'll see you later on. Well done. Our winner then, DKAY. Don't go very far, because after this short break, it's time for our other semi-final here at the ELSWORD ESL Legends at Gamescom. In Europe. Welcome to Cologne. Welcome to Germany. Welcome to the ELSWORD ESL Legends Grand Final. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun here at the ESL Arena at Gamescom. If you're enjoying ELSWORD, it's by Gameforge. They are responsible for the brand new game Drop Zone. It's currently in closed beta. If you're here at Gamescom, you can check that out in Hall 6. Booth A041. That's A41 in Hall 6, and it's in closed beta. You can find out more at playdropzone.com. That's coming from Gameforge. Right now we're celebrating ELSWORD. We've had two incredible semi-finals. Thrilling action. 3-1 in the first one, a 3-0 sweep in the second, but a hell of a battle all the way through. Started off a little bit cagey, but then very much took confidence and finished off her opponent very well. Those finalists are now playing for €2,500 to the winners. Let's meet our grand finalists, starting with Kimi Dori. This is Kimi Dori. And her opponent from her first semi-final, DKAY. Two very worthy finalists. Congratulations to both of you for being here on our Gamescom stage, the ESL Arena, playing for €2,500. We know this is going to be an amazing best of 5 final. Let's go back to Joe and John and see who is going to be our champion.
Thank you very much, Matt. We are here on the caster desk. My name is Muchas, and I'm joined as ever by John. We're ready to jump into our grand finals, and we've already talked a little bit how this is going to be a pretty interesting series. We've got melee versus range. We've got Kimi Dori, the queen of kiting, up against DKAY, who is going to be looking to, well, pretty much pulverize her into the ground, is the impression I get from his first semi-final.
Yeah, as I said before, like, I'm really looking forward to this game and see how Kimi Dori does, because yeah, as I mentioned before, she like in the games she played so far, she could really, you know, utilize her range attack, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll see whether that is going to be the case here. And, you know, looking at the brackets there, we've had fairly one-sided series so far. Both of our grand finalists had fairly comfortable semi-finals. You know, we had a 3-1 and a 3-0, and you know, I feel like that 3-0 for Kimidori, that was a lot closer than that score suggests.
It was. I mean, like those rounds, they felt they were much longer, right, than the first semifinal. And the semifinal, the first semifinal, DKAY versus Diana, went so fast. You know, like it was over so fast. So I don't know if it's because of the playstyle of both players, DKAY and Diana, but we'll see here, like how I think DKAY is like. I got the feeling like he's a very aggressive guy, you know, like getting in. But yeah, as we said like before, with Kimidori, like her kiting skills, and then also like I think she will observe in the first match. She will observe a little bit how you know, like DKAY moves, and.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And I mean, do you think that the fact that they've already seen each other is going to be a big factor in this one?
I think DKAY had his time to analyze like Kimidori's moves, and both players did, I think. And right now, yeah, it's like actually it's like the same moves I think I saw Kimidori doing before, to like in her first match, like sliding on the ground, only like sliding on the ground and like watching DKAY's movements.
I love how we've seen a massive variety in the maps. We're not seeing just the same maps each game. We're seeing all sorts of different stuff. But here we go. Kimidori starting things off just right as she gets a huge combo on into DKAY, who's kind of left a little bit bewildered in the corner. He's going to be able to trade a little bit back, but it's not really enough at this early stage in the game. And let's remember, this is the grand final. This is a best of 5, just like the semi-finals were. And now it's DKAY's turn to really lay into his opponent.
Oh wow! And he's hitting so hard. I mean, like he has like his aura around him where he deals like so much damage.
Yeah, you can do crazy damage when you get that aura up, and you're going to see the counter aura come into play as well from Kimidori. And curious to see how much damage she can land while she has that available, because honestly, so far it's definitely feeling like DKAY is managing to take the lead, but Kimidori has been doing a fantastic job of kind of controlling this game, making sure she's choosing where the fight is happening and kind of bouncing in around the arena.
And as you can see right now, I mean, both players are like almost like equally with their health and their mana bars so far, so it's really such a balanced game, you know?
Yeah, definitely could go either way, but Kimidori is starting to get fairly low now. If she can't get out of this combo, she could be in serious trouble, because the damage is going to continue to swing on in from DKAY, just smashing that sword straight into her face, and she's running out of HP to work with. That is going to be one little elf dead. And that is going to be the first game that going the way of DKAY. 1-0 in this best of 5 now. And Kimidori, after a flawless semi-final, unfortunately not able to escape on a sliver of HP like we saw during the other games.
I mean, she started the first game like with a little bit of an advantage, I had the feeling. You know, she was, but I think maybe she didn't have like quite that much time like before to analyze like DKAY's movements. And also like DKAY, he almost hit, I think he almost hit every of his special moves so far. And
yeah, I think that's one of the key things. That first game wasn't very long. And you know, in that first series, we saw Kimidori just kiting around for as long as she wanted to really kind of, as you say, analyze the situation and work out what the playstyle was of the opponent. This time, she's not really had that same amount of time to do so. And as well, I think, you know, as much as I don't really want to say, I like Kimidori 100% deserves to be in this grand final, but a couple of times she did get a little bit lucky in surviving on just the teensiest sliver of HP and managing to get away with it. So I'm curious to see whether DKAY allows her to get away with that kind of playstyle the same way that her previous opponent in Weinberg did.
Right now he's chasing after her, so trying to get her into a corner, I think. But he I mean, it looks like he's not afraid, you know, like he's like really looking for the fight, for the... And I think, yeah, I was going to say like Kimidori has like she's having more of a hard time like landing her ranged attacks.
Yeah, she absolutely is, and I think this map, with it only really having kind of 2 layers to it, I don't think this really suits her playstyle that much. And DK is more than happy to punish her for that.
She couldn't get out of that.
Yeah, completely chunked down right now and taking a little bit of damage over time as well. Just a third of her HP remaining already.
Wow.
DK, full HP, full mana as well. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out from him shortly. In fact, locks her into the corner. 21,000 on a crit right there. Insane amounts of damage coming out from him. Kimidori managing to lock him up for a little bit, but I don't know if it's really going to be enough to get back in the game.
The damage is not like enough. And from DK, you could see like the thing he did like in the first match too, like bringing his opponent into the corner and then like unleashing his combos. And now like Kimidori is just like running for her life. I guess it's like one hit away. Like,
yeah, I can't say I blame her, to be quite honest. With the amount of HP she's got, she's in a whole host of trouble, and does manage to get a sneaky little trade in there. But at the end of the day, when you're on this much HP, how do you even continue to fight? And that is more than enough to finish her off. Blasts her off the server, and DK, he's making short work of this best of 3.
He does. So I think he doesn't, like gives Kimidori like a chance like to kite around that much, and I think she has to figure out like how she can pinpoint him or like find the right timing to get her ranged attacks like to find his target like.
Yeah, I think you're right there. She's struggling to keep that distance like she was able to up against her previous opponent of Weinberg. And, as well, DK just not letting her get away when she's on low HP, not allowing her to just kite him. But we are going to jump into the 3rd map of this best of 5. And we could be looking at our winner right now. DK on your screen could well take this series if he can keep up the performance he's been having so far. 2-0 now, as you can see on your screen. And he's not looking to slow things down as he's already opening up.
Oh, wow. And I think, I don't know, I have the feeling like this map is like kind of like a little hard for, or might be better for DK.
Yeah.
Because there are not too many platforms that she can kite around.
It's that linear map style, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, Kimidori already in an entire world of hurt right now, down to a quarter of her HP. And to be honest, it feels like running out of sorts. I mean, I was just saying he's going to be opening up. This could be our final map. All of these kind of intro phrases, but it's already almost over. It feels like
he's moving so fast, and it's like all over again. Like she can, like get out of her. Oh,
that is going to be the final combo required, ladies and gentlemen. We have your champion. DK is going to be able to be our victor. Takes down Kimidori in a flawless 3-0 series, taking a prize of €2,500. He is going to be over the moon with that victory. And Kimidori, commiserations, she had a fantastic semi-final. 3-0 was her score, but then unfortunately just wasn't able to take her opponent of DK, who managed to win out the series. And look at that, no hard feelings. A good game from both players, and at the end of the day, it was DK who managed to take the victory. I mean, any final notes on that series?
Yeah, I think like Kimidori, like she was like, I had the feeling she was more like the tactical player or something. But DK is so, he was so super fast. Like he's like the more like the fast-paced guy, like getting right into the action and not giving her a chance, like even to kite around, like in the finals you couldn't see any ranged attacks at all because she wasn't able to build up her mana, and was again, like the first semi-final we saw, it was so fast between DKAY and Diana, and the final felt like the same, because I think in the end, like DKAY was he was like setting the pace, you know, of the game,
Absolutely.
of the match. So
he wasn't allowing her to set up that kind of range style and just, as you rightly said, just taking the action to her and making things happen. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to see what DKAY has to say about the matter. As let's pass it over to Matt Andrews, who is on stage next to our champion. Let's hear what they have to say.
Thanks very much, Joe, and thanks to John as well for all of your work casting this incredible finals that we've had. And our champion, ladies and gentlemen, DKAY! DKAY, come forward with me. Just very quickly, tell us, what does this mean to you?
Well, I were a bit nervous. I just focused on catching my rival, and not to be catch. Then hold the combo, and that's all.
Are you very, very pleased to have won this?
What?
Are you happy?
Oh, so much. Yeah. I don't know. I really didn't need the money, and I really like this game, so it will be funny.
It is a great game. I know we've introduced it to a lot of people here at Gamescom. It's going to make a lot of new fans as well, as are you. Congratulations again, DKAY. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may know our next guest as Juiced. If you're a fan of ELSWORD, you'll know her as Juiced. Please welcome Natalie from Gameforge. DKAY is our champion of our ELSWORD ESL Legends tournament here at Gamescom, winning €2,500 and this wonderful trophy and this medal as well. Congratulations again, DKAY. Thank you very much, Natalie, and to everyone at Gamesforge as well for this brilliant game. So this is the ESL Arena at Gamescom, and if you're here at Gamescom, make sure you check out Gameforge's new game, Drop Zone. It's in closed beta, it's in Hall 6. A41 is the stand. And if you're not here at Gamescom, then check it out at playdropzone.com. That's coming from Gameforge. This has been ELSWORD ESL Legends Final. Thanks to everybody for watching, and your champion,